People of the Purple Butterfly here, otherwise known as People7 on Twitter and YouTube, People elsewhere on the internet. My blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com, and my soaps, PurpleButterfly Soaps, can be located at people.etsy.com. And I just got my vapors from Mount Baker Vapor. And get yourself one of these cards, reverse that, and, you know, when you place your order, you get 10% off, you know, Mount Baker. A lot of folks know who that is, and if you don't, just go to mountbakervapor.com. Mount is M-T, Baker, Vapor. So, you know, don't go putting M-O-U-N, just M-T, Baker, Vapor. Anyway, that being said, I got the creme de mint. I meant to get chocolate mint, and I accidentally closed the browser, and when I opened it back up, I seen a picture of creme de mint. I went, chocolate mint, eh? But look at this. I filled this up yesterday, and I'm going to have to fill it up again. This is some good stuff. It tastes exactly like the candy. Especially when you take it through your nose. Anyway, since it's time to refill, I got out my other Triton because I got a freebie of watermelon. And this has already been cleaned and all that good stuff because I had rinsed it out and set it aside for 4 days and stuck it on the charger. And it's empty because that's the one that had the apple juice in it. Not apple juice, green apple in it. And I'm not a watermelon type of girl, but I could smell this through the box, you know, the box it came in. So I'm thinking, well, maybe it's going to be strong enough for me to actually taste it. But I figure it's got to be better than the green ice. I found out I like the extreme ice or the plain menthol with green apple flavoring, but I don't like the green ice ejuice because it's almost like too much apple, not enough menthol, so I end up adding menthol to it, and every time I'm using it, it's like, let's do some balancing, add this, add that. I'm not trying to be mad scientist up in here, I just want to vape. You know, it's like, I have menthol flavoring. It's not e-juice, it's just the flavoring. My 2 standbys, this is extreme ice, which I put menthol with. And then I have menthol, which I put menthol with. I keep that over there instead of with the rest of the stuff. If the watermelon doesn't suit me right, I'm putting that menthol with it. If the creme de mint didn't taste right, I'm putting the menthol with it. See how that works? In the meantime, this has probably had enough time to, shall we say, saturate the wicks and all that. So we're going to put the two together and see what watermelon tastes like. And it didn't say that it was a menthol flavoring. And I'm thinking menthol plus watermelon is thug juice. Well, actually, thug juice does have a grape flavor. So thug juice is menthol, watermelon, grape juice, and sweet. That was actually the description on it. So, and, you know, I still like my thug juice. So let's see what just flat out plain everyday watermelon tastes like. Nose-wise, I'm not impressed. Mouth hit, it could use a little sweetener. I have a tube of that here too. Nope, that's the green apple. I, by now, have an entire basket of different things. Sweetener, yeah. So, if it doesn't sweeten up a little bit by the time it's done steeping, that'll be an option for that. And let's see what about lung hit. I could barely taste the watermelon in there, but this is fresh out the bottle. I can still smell it, so I'm thinking wait a couple of days and then I'll see how it steeps from there. But there's no throat hit like the cotton candy. I had to tamper that down with a menthol quick because it was like, oh wow, that's got throat hit. And about a month in, the throat hit got stronger. It was like almost gaggy. There's some flavors I actually look forward to that throat hit on. But if it's not a menthol flavor, then you get the dry feel with the throat hit. Kind of like if I was to smoke a regular cigarette as opposed to a menthol cigarette, a menthol throat hit doesn't bother me. If you give me a pack of Marlboros and say, hey, smoke this, I'm going to go, and that's not a good look on me. As you just seen. Anyway, got my menthol here, got my sweetener here. I might just doctor up this batch, leave that to steep. And, yeah. Oh, that's tasting better now. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is leave this over here in the later stack and give it a few hours to steep. And I'm going to go back to my cream de mint here. It doesn't have a throat hit either. Ooh, excuse me. But it's such a gentle flavor. First I'm thinking, is there any Nick juice in here? And then I sent it through my nose and went, wow, that tastes just like the candy. You know, the green foil wrapped candy that you find, say, different places. It says Andy's Creme de Mint. That stuff tastes so good. And because it's creme de mint, even though it's not listed as a menthol flavor, it has menthol in it. So it still gives me the taste of mint, so I haven't had to add menthol to it. But one thing I've noticed, I put too much in there. One thing I've noticed is it says creme de mint, and mint is spelled mint as in menthol instead of creme de mint, which is the name of the actual candy. Hold on. When you suck it in, you can actually taste that menthol, creme de mint, candy type flavor. Which means before you even get to the vaping, you already know it's going to taste like that candy. But then I flooded my unit, so I had to blow some of that out of there. Yeah, so that's better. Now let's see what we get. Oh, and it made a whole cloud of vapor. You couldn't even see my face past the cloud. Oh, hold on. It would help if I didn't have it all sticky and stuff. Yeah. And I've noticed something, because I just changed the coil assembly in here because it tasted slightly burnt when I first got it. And like I said, I used the whole thing up in record time. Get yourself, if you have a Triton, get yourself a set of coil assemblies. This is a 3.0 to 3.2 ohm. I only have one left in here, so that means I'll be reusing until I get more. Because that lets you, okay, basically have a new tank, because you replace the coils and the flavor wicks, so you could just go ahead and reuse the tank instead of replacing the tank every 15 seconds or so. Because the tanks are $6.99. The coil assembly was $14 for 5 of them, and basically that made this like a brand new tank, and you can just redo it 5 times. In my case, 2 or 3 times, because I happen to have 1, 2, 3 Tritons batteries, so. You know what? I might mix these two together and see what I get. That's some good stuff. So, if you're looking for some nice, gentle flavors that's not too much in your face, but has that, oomph, get yourself some creme de menthe and some watermelon. I'm thinking I'm going to get the watermelon in a strength of 18 megs, because this is a 12, which means when I do the step down, this will come in handy. But for right now, I need that extra, And then, of course, I have my 2 standbys. I wanted to get these in the bigger bottle, but finances didn't permit that. I'm going to show you the size I usually get. This is the size I usually get. You see the difference? But this will do for now. Yep. And my mom is still hanging in there with the vaping, so depending on whether or not she wants the Extreme Ice or the menthol, one of these is going to her. So that way she has juice and I have juice. I still use certain flavors. She, basically when I told her about the green ice and all that, she's like, I can't wrap my head around smoking an apple. I get that. I couldn't at first either, but yeah, you evolve and you grow with this, so, And I have one that actually, here it is. The menthol flavoring only, with a little bit of sweetener flavoring only, and then some plain, and that gives me a vape without, the nicotine added. So that way, if I just want to vape, got some VG, got some flavorings, boom, I'm good to go. So, One thing I will say about the creme de menthe, and I've noticed that with a couple of other flavors that have like a chocolate sensation, especially and coffees, they do it too. Until you get used to them, when you take it through your nose, sometimes you get postnasal drip. I mentioned that to Mom. She goes, well, what do you do about that? I said, don't take it through your nose. That's good. I'm going to continue with the watermelon and see what goes on there. Because this is gentle enough to be an all-day vape, but I know me, I might want a little extra oomph. In the meantime, this has been People7 on Twitter and YouTube, People elsewhere on the internet. My blog is located at PurpleButterfly-People.blogspot.com, and my soaps, PurpleButterfly Soaps, can be located at People.etsy.com. If you've gone to my blog in the last 3 or 4 days and noticed that there was a hacking attempt on there and now the site is closed, well, I sent it to private. I figure that way by the time I got done rearranging passwords and de-hacking the hacker, if it happens again, that means there's somebody on my member list, and there's only one person who's new that has no information next to him, so that person will be dropped. And if it doesn't happen, then of course I take the blog back to public, and if it happens again, it'll say, login attempt, so forth and so on. But the original information, I've already sent that information to Google. Oh, that reminds me. If you happen to have a Blogger blog that you had before the changeover to the Google one-stop shop thing, that secret word password that you had when you first set up your blog, go to your dashboard. Even if you have to go by click this, click that, get to the dashboard, go to mobile and email option, click that, and then go over there where it's got your secret word password with your name, dot, some word there, dot, blogger.com, change your password. People are using that as a backdoor to hack your page. So change it to something entirely different. Make sure it's nothing like your regular Google password. And then click Save Option or Save Settings, so forth and so on. That should kill off, 95% of your hackers, because that's how they got it. When Google changed their format and says how you like the new interface, blah, 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 it left all those passwords from the previous Blogger settings exposed. And people have been trying to use it to hack your site. In the meantime, I cut my bangs. Can you tell they stopped literally by my eyebrows, nothing in my eyes, and I still have my hair. So I cut it while it was dry, so when it's wet, my hair comes down to here, my bangs will still be right here, but they'll bounce back, and then I could just curl them under or whatever, but there's nothing hanging right in my eyes doing this while I'm trying to concentrate on everything else on the planet. Anyway, this video has now run overboard, so I'm finna go away until next time. So y'all stay blessed and stay tuned. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And as always, check out my blog at check out my blog at PurpleButterfly-People.blogspot.com, and PurpleButterfly Soaps can be located at People.etsy.com. Y'all stay blessed and stay tuned. I found my whole bag of samples. I'm finna make a big old batch of Modge Podge because people have been asking me about the Family Podge soaps that I put out, the picture on the blog, continuously, and I said, that one is not for sale, that's family only. And they go, well, when are you going to have one for everybody else? So another batch of Modge Podge is coming up, so I'm going to go do that now. Stay blessed, stay tuned. Bye now.